All right, ladies and gents, we are live. I'm currently finishing building up a system. There was some music playing. And feel free to ask any cues. Word. Yep. Mr. Leon, I think we were talking somewhere. Your name seems familiar. Watch the Trojan Horse video. Really good stuff. Thanks. I appreciate the feedback. Glad you enjoyed that video. Been freelancing on Upwork with success for a while. Wanted to expand horizons. Ooh, how exciting. Well, you're in the perfect spot because you got that freelancer experience. Probably got a lot of projects and clients under your belt. Some good testimonials, good reviews. That's all it takes, man. Getting up to 25, 30,000 a month won't be too hard. That's cool. Good to know, brother. Good to know. How has your account-based marketing campaign worked out? Matt Ingles, less like English and Spanish. So we didn't actually take a crazy ABM. We didn't launch a crazy ABM campaign. At that time, we were about to launch crazy ABM campaign. And then we realized, like, what are we doing? We have so many leads coming in. The biggest bottleneck is actually hiring. And we need to hire. And then we hired people, and then there was new bottlenecks like training and management. And so the approach that we have right now, it's not really your typical ABM per se, although it is somewhat ABM. What we're doing ABM wise is the prospecting. In the sense that we have a very detailed ideal client avatar. We have a very detailed IAP and ICP. ICP, ideal client avatar. IAP, ideal account profile. Profile avatar, same thing. We like to use the word profile. So ICP, IAP, client profile, account profile. Difference is the account is just like the company, how many employees they have, what's their revenues per year. It's just a description of the actual company with some similar brands that we think are ideal. So we're doing the prospecting. We're finding the people that we want to target with ABM, and we're not really putting much effort into targeting them. We're actually just adding them on LinkedIn, and that in itself has been turning out to be insane. And we're getting so many clients and prospects just from adding these companies on LinkedIn, just from adding the right person within that company on LinkedIn and them seeing our content over 6 to 9 months, it results in them reaching out. And we haven't been able to fully fix the hiring bottleneck to the point where we can just turn on the freaking jets and go all in on marketing. What we've done with marketing is so minimalistic. It blows my mind that we're at $100,000 a month. Our potential is insane. I'm not even trying to speak egotistically here, but we have put zero, next to zero energy into marketing. It's been crazy. Destiny, who's my partner, is the one who's putting all the energy. And that's why I say we're putting next to zero, because Destiny is the one who is pretty much doing everything. Now, we do have more team members who are posting content on LinkedIn, but our marketing is predominantly Destiny. And she's the visionary of the company. She's the one that's speaking on podcasts, getting on webinars, building relationships with people that introduce us to different potential prospects. She's the one that is the thought leader in the space and has built a personal brand on LinkedIn. And I had that. I had the personal brand and the thought leadership, and I just completely dropped it to build systems. Now, that's kind of an excuse. I could have kept it and continued building systems, but I picked up Agency Enlightened and started putting a lot of energy into Agency Enlightened. So anyways, ABM, that's where we're at. I just kind of went on to a rant there, but it's crazy because the potential is so great, and it's so exciting because once we get this hiring bottleneck fixed, and this is what I'm working on. I spent all day today and yesterday and this entire week. I'm literally doing Trojan Horse marketing, but for recruiting. So it's going to be called Trojan Horse Recruiting. And I'm just going to keep going on a rant here. I know there's some questions. I'll get to your guys' questions, but it's going to be called Trojan Horse Recruiting. And it is going to be a legendary process. We're probably going to hire 2 to 3 virtual assistants right off the bat. We're trying to get at least 30 to 40 ideal applicants into our database every day with those virtual assistants. We're going to build a prospecting team, a talent prospecting team. And that team in the Philippines will be able to change them from recruiting to marketing. So it'll be kind of cool. It's like THM and THR. We have a team trained for either or. So if we have too many clients in the pipeline, we can just flick a switch, and then all of a sudden we have these 3, people in the Philippines that are doing, are trained on recruiting and marketing. They can start building the database for the recruiting. If we need to sign more clients, we can flick the switch. They can move to marketing, or we can have it split 50-50. But it's going to be beautiful because if the system works properly, we should have a less than 30-day hire time, turnaround time for hiring, if that makes sense. And so that'll be beautiful. And then we'll actually go all in on marketing and do some ABM stuff, which will be really exciting because we don't spend any money on ads. We have done purely organic. And I think the potential is just insane. So yeah. What's a good reply rate? I can tell you what a good call booking rate is. A good call booking rate is greater than 2%. Anything less than 1% is not good, but you want to shoot. And if you see anything between 2 to 3%, you're doing good. Greater than 3% is great. Greater than 10% is insane. I've seen 14, 15% call booking rates. But just know that 2 to 3% is the average call booking rate. Yeah. Matt, how often do you publish original content on LinkedIn? Personally, me, almost never. I used to do it every day, for like, not every day, but like 5-6 days a week. I did that for almost a year. Maybe not consistently every week, but at a minimum twice a week to 3 times a week on LinkedIn. Yeah. Curious about your journey. What point did you move from DFY to services, solo to agency, and otherwise hit your first stint of exponential growth? Leon, I was very blessed. I got into the consulting accelerator by Sam Ovens at like 19 years old. No idea how to start a business. I picked this niche, Amazon advertising, because my dad bought a small little Amazon business that was doing like $5,000 a month in sales, like literally the smallest online business ever. And I was like, well, I can figure this out. This online advertising stuff is easy. So I launched a few campaigns in my dad's account, got like the most basic experience ever, pretty much no experience, learned mostly from YouTube. And I signed my first client by posting in Facebook groups about giving Amazon advertising advice. That first client was $4,000 a month. Blew my mind. Couldn't even believe it. I had a lot of imposter syndrome. It was pretty scary. And I got to about 10K a month in 3 months. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane. And I was 19. And that was a big deal for me. I was in Canada, and 10,000 a month US was like 13, 14,000 Canadian, maybe 12 to 13,000 Canadian at that time. And it just kept growing. I mean, by the end of the year, by the end of the first 12 months, we were at about 24,000 a month. And then year 2, we got up to about 35,000 a month. We had some months at 45, but year 2 and year 3 was really it was like by the end of year 2, I realized I was having issues scaling, and it was becoming hard. And my lifestyle was pretty messed up, man. Like I was drinking. But I mean drinking, like not like alcoholic, but I was going to the club every weekend, or every other weekend at least like a couple times, 3 times a month. I would stay up late. I had no routine. I was cooking my own food. I didn't have a maid. I was cleaning my own house. I was wasting a lot of time. And I didn't have someone on YouTube making great content talking about like how to build a routine and like get your shit together. And, here's some super simple willpower environment optimizations. I made a video about that. And so those years, year 2, year 3, it was hard and it was difficult, but also my mindset was pretty messed up. But anyways, the transition was very quick. I was blessed. I was in a blue ocean, and that blue ocean had a super high demand for what our service was. So exponential growth happened though in year 2019. In 2019, Destiny, visionary, came into the company, and she developed over time. She wasn't just like an all-star on day one, but she became an all-star, and she scaled the company. I would say she took it from like 20,000 a month, because I was starting to get rid of the agency at that time. I basically said, hey, I'm done with this agency thing. I'm gonna focus on this course. This was a different course at the time, PPC Amos Accelerator. We were starting to let go of clients, and then I realized, holy shit, I mean, there's people here that have jobs and salaries. And so I told her, I said, hey, look, here's how you can sign your own clients. The agency went down to about 15,000 a month, because we were basically putting clients into our course for the Amazon advertising course. And then she scaled it from 15,000 a month to like 25,000 a month. And I was like, holy shit. And I helped her hire someone to help her out. And then I just jumped back in because I saw this thing was scaling. And within 18 months, we went from about 15,000 a month to, I don't know, 60,000 a month, 55,000 a month. Within 24 months, within 3 years of her being hired, or two years to 2.5 years, we hit over $100,000 a month. So yeah, it's kind of, I should make a video on our story and the timeline because talking about it doesn't do much justice. What would a pie chart of your client acquisition sources look like? 100% organic, 90% from LinkedIn, and relationship building. Yeah. Yeah. Drive to ambition now. Yeah, well, I'm really excited about becoming the best version of self. And the way I can measure that is two ways: level of consciousness through applied kinesiology. Okay, if you're not familiar with applied kinesiology and level of consciousness, I recommend reading Power versus Force. This book right here, it's on the shelf like this for a reason, because I always reference to books. Power versus Force by Dr. Hawkins. And so I want to increase my LOC, my average LOC, to over 540, which is the level of unconditional love. And I want to get the agency well over $1 million a month. And those are kind of my two measurements that really drive me. I'm very excited about those two things. In fact, I plan to just completely sell everything business-wise and completely remove myself from business in about 15 years. In my 40s, probably early 40s, maybe late 30s. Because you hit a certain point where, like, okay, if your agency is worth over $15 million, you're already in the 1%. Most, like 99% of agencies or companies wouldn't be able to be sold for $15 million, especially in the agency space. In the software space, it's different. It's a different number because software evaluations are different. But agencies, very hard to build an agency worth over $15-20 million. And so I kind of thought to myself, like, do I want to build $1 billion agency? Because that takes a lifetime. And the answer is no. I mean, I'm happy to get up to, like, $15-25 million a year in revenue, $50 million a year. I'd be ecstatic if we reached $100 million a year in revenue, not because of the money, but just because of how many people we would have on the team and how fun that would be. Mr. Duggan Glazenap, whoo, this is a high school best friend, junior high best friend. Oh my God, Duggan, beautiful to see you, dude. But sorry, to finish what I was saying. Yeah, it'd be cool to get up to 50, 100 million. And then I completely want to sell out of the agency or any business ventures in the early 40s, late 30s, and then go all in on spirituality and enlightenment, and getting the level of consciousness above 600. So that's the goal. That's the ambition. That's what drives it. What has been your favorite piece of the puzzle or hurdle you had to figure out along the way? Something that was challenging but fun to figure out the solution to. Loving the journey, brother. Dude, I got to make sure this is the real Duggan Glazenap. I don't even know. I think it is, man. Is this the Duggan Glazenap who was born and raised in Edmonton? Went to Vimy Ridge? Your profile picture, it looks like it could be someone else because it's so small on my screen. Oh my God, there's only one. Dude, I'm going to end this live stream and call you, man. Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to answer a couple more questions. That's amazing. It's funny I haven't taken Sam's course, but his YouTube content alone Let's get the camera over here. YouTube content alone has helped me get success with Upwork. I'm only at 5,000 a month, but I started from square one back in December. Yeah, Leon, you're in a legendary position. 5,000 a month is epic because, like I said, you got a lot of experience. And so, man, if you want to get to the next level, getting to $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, that's a cakewalk. You'll have no issues getting up to $20,000, $25,000 a month. With the right guidance, of course, you know, as you said, like just Sam's YouTube content helped you. Well, imagine having like a really great course that kind of shows you the blueprint and the model and the mindset. That's what I'm trying to do with Agency Enlightened. And you're almost there. I would say Agency Enlightened is mostly for agencies that are doing above, like freelancers is also, it's not just agencies. I consider an agency anyone who provides a service, even if you don't have any employees. Anyways, Agency Enlightened is more so going to be, I think it's people doing at least over 7,000 a month. But yeah, dude, I'm pumped for you. That's very exciting. Doug and Glasnap, I'm so excited about this. This has been one of the highlights of my day. If not, I will just say it's the highlight of my week, the highlight of 2021 so far. Thanks for all the value on the channel. Keep killing it. Do you ever intend to release the reporting app you are building to the public or keep it private for the agency? Matt, the reporting application that we're building is private. It's just for the agency. It is just for the agency, definitely. Yes. Oh, geez. Well, this is a beautiful live stream, ladies and gents. I'll put the recording up. The last couple lives were great. I think one of the lives got around 300-400 views, which is cool. And it's cool to see that people enjoy these. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the box. Otherwise, I'll wrap this beast up. And I'm gonna give a longtime friend a call, Mr. Duggan Glasnap. You guys don't know, but he is a longtime friend. Grade 8. Freaking grade 8. Try not to swear on these calls. All right, ladies and gents, that is it. Thank you guys for coming on. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.